What's going on, Eagles fans? It's your boy Pete coming at you guys with the NFC Championship video. Yes, we got the NFC Championship in Philadelphia. We're playing the Minnesota Vikings. So this team was 13-3, lost 5 starters, and it still played through adversity. And they still giving us -3 points to lose against the Vikings because the Minnesota Miracle that happened that at Minnesota when they played the Saints. Case Keenum just threw it up, and Stephon Diggs caught it, and the safety didn't make an actual tackle. I feel like he was tackling ghosts because he should have just waited till he caught the ball and wrapped him up, and they wouldn't have enough time to score anything, and Saints would have won. But I'm kind of glad Saints didn't win, and I'm kind of glad that Minnesota won. And this might be a rigged game. Hopefully, it's not rigged because the Super Bowl is in Minnesota, and a lot of people are saying Minnesota's destined to go to the Super Bowl. But either way, I just hope it's not the case because we feel like we're underdogs this whole season. And Lane Johnson and Chris Long brought out the German Shepherd dog mask for the game after we beat Atlanta. And everybody, this whole dog mask thing has been sold out on Amazon, and they're talking about it in all national media about how Philadelphia is underdogs, and how that's gonna fuel us. But my thing is, dog mass or being an underdog shouldn't really fuel you. What should fuel you is the love that you have for this game, and what should really fuel you is you're one win away from a Super Bowl. And I know you're going to be playing the Patriots or the Jags, but that is still a great feeling for how far we came this season. So we've accomplished so much, and I didn't expect this team to go this far at all. I gave this team a 9-7 or 10-6 type of season with maybe one playoff win. And I really thought we were going to be one and done. But shame on me for not believing. But the Eagles got it done. And I think this game coming up, the game plan should be offensively, should be slants. How you beat the Vikings is you beat them through slants. You got to use your tight ends. You got to use your Zach Ertz. You got to use Trey Burton. You got to use my man number 38. What's his name? Kenyon Barner from Oregon. You got to use him, and you got to use Alshon and throw it up to Alshon, because Alshon 50-50 balls, he has a good chance against Xavier Rhodes. And my man, what's his name, Michael Thomas, was giving him work when they played the Saints. And Alvin Kamara, that's how I really say his name, Alvin Kamara, was also giving him work through the slants and the other different dig routes. And I think we need to start running the ball, but Nick Foles need to throw at least 1 to 2 touchdowns in this game. And we need to run the ball, we need to play ball control. But this Vikings team is built very similar to us, and they're gonna take away the run. They're the number 2 in team that's good against run. So it's not gonna be an easy game by any means, but we just got to run on them. Defensively, we need to generate pressure. Just once again, inside pressure, and I think Brandon Graham and Chris Long and all those guys are gonna eat, because they're gonna hit the right tackle who's less experienced. I don't know his name. I think it's Riley or somebody. And then you got Mike Reimers on the inside, the guard. He's not. He used to be a left tackle, but a right tackle actually. But he's a left guard now, and my man Fletcher Cox need to get him some work, and and that's kind of how you gotta hit Case Keenum. Case Keenum, the thing that you're gonna have this week against Case Keenum, the highest, the hardest task that's gonna be is to not just generate pressure, but to bring him down, because he's gonna escape out of the pocket and he's just gonna throw it up there. Thielen or Diggs, or Rudolph, one of those boys is gonna make the play. And if we play fundamentally sound football and actually tackle well, and wrap up the quarterback, and wrap up the receiver, and make plays on the ball, we can win this game. This is a very winnable game, but this is also a game that you could lose. This is not like the Atlanta Falcons, even though they're playing with a backup quarterback who's really not a backup quarterback at this point right now. He's a starter. Just like Nick Foles, he has more experience than Nick Foles this season, so he has a good chance of playing better than Nick Foles. And Jerick McKinnon is going to be a headache, because we always have headaches with people, running backs who run on the outside for us. And Latavius Murray, you got to kind of watch out for him. So there's a lot of, if we really play our game right, we're going to win. But the biggest disrespect out of all of this is going to be the fact that the Vikings are going to win at our house. That will be the biggest disrespect. This is not the disrespect of giving us -3 points, or considering us as underdog, because with that, when the game starts, nobody's going to give a shit about that shit. Okay, that's going to go out the window, and the game plan is what matters. And I think Jim Schwartz is a little concerned about this Vikings offense. I think, and it is a big stage, so let's see how we do. I say Eagles win this. It's going to be 17-14. We just win it through a field goal. I think Jake Elliott's going to kick one of those 50-yard field goals and win the game for us, and we are going to the Super Bowl. And that's my prediction for this week, guys. I hope you all have a great week. Go support your Eagles. Make a lot of noise. Make it very, very, very difficult for Case Keenum and company. Fly, Eagles, fly. Have a blessed week.